Ultimately, you recognize your master through spiritual kinship. The teacher is your true spiritual father, he whom Jesus called Father in heaven. He helps you to your second spiritual birth. He educates you like a child, guides your steps, and accompanies you on the spiritual path, not only today in your present incarnation, but already for thousands of years. The Chela must rise or fall with his master, and the first great reality that dawns upon his awakening consciousness is a recognition of his kinship to, his oneness with that master. And having once recognized, he cannot repudiate him. His duty, his pleasure, his very life is bound up with that of the master. Just as you only have one physical father, you only have one teacher as well. Those who constantly change from one guru to the other go astray. The master is not only acting as the father of a family, he is that father to the Chela, if both are parts of one group soul. And no more than the child can supplant his own physical father by delegating the functions of a father to some other man, can the disciple, even temporarily and unconsciously, supplant the master by delegating the functions of that master father to another, by accepting the admonition, directions, or advice of that other. This spiritual connection stands higher than any physical one. To the earnest disciple, his teacher takes the place of father and mother, whereas they give him his body and its faculties, its life and casual form. The teacher shows him how to develop the inner faculties for the acquisition of eternal wisdom. Remember, you know your father from your life in the world beyond, before your present earthly incarnation. To advanced souls like Helena Röhrig, who have cultivated a firm, conscious connection with their teacher for thousands of years, he shows himself already in their childhood. Urusvati, Helena Röhrig, has kept in her heart from early childhood the revelation that the teacher of light lives somewhere. Only memories of reality could call forth in a child's consciousness such a vivid image. We rejoice to see that our co-workers, from their first conscious hours, bear within themselves an image of what they have previously seen. When a pilgrim has been sent out with our mission, if he has already been in contact with us in the past, illumination is received even in infancy. We come to him in various images. His silver thread is stretched tautly to us. So, if you strive to establish and strengthen this connection now, you will not have to search so arduously and for such a long time in your next life until you find your teacher. Ultimately,
It is love that leads you to your spiritual father.
Through love will you come to me. A disciple aspiring to become an Agni Yogi must sense the full power of the flame of love for his teacher.
Do you not feel the joy of the intimate contact with the one to whom you can look up, whom you can trust, from whom you can learn, who elevates you, and with whom you are safe?
Urusvati loves the communion with us. It cannot be ordered. It cannot be intellectually evoked. Only the power of love can bring it into life. What is needed is simply a strong feeling. One must love the momentary contacts and should feel the beautiful wings that they provide. We value each such bridge of love.
In your search for the teacher, use the real power of love. It actually has an attracting force.
Once the energy of the heart swells up with love and devotion, the luminous spiral will whirl out into space and naturally will encounter the teacher's ray due to the law of attraction.
When you appeal to your Father in heaven with burning love and longing, how could he remain silent?
A call of love will bring response from the beloved.
As below, so above. Exactly like the terrestrial, the supermundane powers as well respond the more surely, the more urgently they are being invoked.
Can one cite an example when the quest of a pure consciousness was not answered?
As on earth, so in heaven, the best connection to another being is forged by love.
Neither concentration nor command of the will, but love for hierarchy produces direct communion. What can more strongly unify than the mantra, "I love thee, Master"? In such a call, it is easy to receive a ray of cognition. Nothing can separate souls bound by love.
It is crucial that you remain unshakably convinced that your teacher actually lives. There is a next link in the hierarchical chain for everyone. Everyone has a spiritual father. You too. You have lived with him before this incarnation in the world beyond, and you will return to him after death.
All one's being knows that the teacher of light does exist. It may seem that the bond with the teacher does not exist, and that the teacher does not exist. But he who knows says, Maya, be gone. I know my bond with the teacher.
Thus, if you only do not know his name yet, you may still turn to him without a name, and simply and lovingly call him Father. Read the famous autobiography of a yogi and learn how Yogananda, after some trials and tribulations, finally meets his teacher, Sri Yukteswar. How father and son magnetically attract each other. How they recognize each other at first glance. How they are filled with the certainty that they are meeting not for the first time. So will it be when you face your teacher, at the latest after death in the world beyond, but also one day in a physical or spiritual encounter on the material level.